Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna PC. This is our Thursday community conference call. Today is November 21st, 2024. As usual, I will first be addressing the questions that have been posted. Each time I answer a question, I'll invite if there is a follow-up question on what I've just discussed. If there is a follow-up question, you can press star 5 on your phone and I'll call upon you. Make sure that it's not a new question. At the end of my answering all the posted questions, these questions are posted in our forums, I will then invite new questions. So typically what I do is I close the conference after a few minutes of us beginning to make sure that we can take the questions that we already have. Sufficient number of people are here. With that said, let me begin with the first question. This is our final list of questions for November 21st. So this is F4 visa priority date is current. Is B2 visa travel to the USA safe while awaiting consular interview? Mom received welcome letter for NVC. Currently B2. How much process will the case take from start to end? I don't know the answer to that question. A few months, I don't know how many months. But can she travel to the United States? The answer is yes. Chances are she'll be able to make it, because if it is F4, it takes so long. Government should allow her to enter, and she has entered 4 times before. So chances are she'll be okay. But it's difficult to predict the mind of the government. I had one case where the spouse of a US citizen was denied a visa, a B1, B2 visa, because her green card was pending. Normally these are allowed. I have had many cases where they were allowed. So government is unpredictable. If you are concerned about what to do with moms entering the US, you can let her enter closer to the home. So if she wants to interview for immigration, what is called immigration pre-clearance in Abu Dhabi, she can do that. That way, if she's denied entry into US, it will be done in Abu Dhabi itself and she can turn back from there. Another pre-clearance place is the Dublin airport in Ireland, okay, if you have family in Europe. So she could do immigration pre-clearance in one of these 2 places. That saves the hassle of having to travel back to India from USA all the way, right? Star 5, press star 5 if you have a follow-up question on this. All right. Next question is travel risks for F1 students on OPT with pending PERM application, concerns over re-entry into the US. So basically, a PERM application doesn't even come up when you are coming to the United States and you have a PERM application pending. Remember, the question on all immigration forms is, have you or has anybody ever applied for an immigrant visa for you? And the answer is no. Why? Because PERM is not an immigrant visa. An immigrant visa is an I-140. So I don't even see why this would be a problem. I think you should be able to travel. I do not think this should be a problem. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question. Press star 5. Okay. Next question is H1B layoff situation, managing B2 extensions, employment options, and transition to F1 visa. Somebody got laid off now in B2 from H1B. He's in his first extension, yet to be approved. Currently interviewing for a company, but if he doesn't have a job till January, is it advisable to file another extension? Yes, I do that. What are the points? Make sure you explain to the government that you've been interviewing actively, provide some evidence of that, and that you will continue to do so and you have enough money to support yourself. Okay. He currently has a job offer in India, so he can work for that employer from US. I think that's illegal. Can he volunteer for any organization in India, US? To show experience as a gap of 1 year in resume may be creating issues. So volunteering without any payment or any compensation in cash or kind is perfectly legal in my opinion. Lastly, his wife may get a fall 25 admit for masters. So can they both stay from Jan till classes start? So if he's going to apply for an F1, F2, then of course they can stay as long as both apply when they are in status, even if it is B status. Okay. But he can't apply, he can't stay just because his wife applied for F1. He has to apply for F2 then. Okay. Or stay on his B and apply for a B extension. I have sufficient number of people actually already logged in. I'm going to close the conference at this time. Just give me 1 second.
The conference is now locked.
Yeah, I locked the conference so that I can make sure people who are here, their questions I can answer at the end of this round. Next question, impact of new president. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask. Does anybody have a follow-up question on what I just discussed? Okay, this is area code 469. You're probably the one who posted this question. Let's see, this is Texas. 469, go ahead, I can hear you.
Hello, sir. So my question here is that I have a valid I-20. I will be applying for my visa interview here in India. So what I understand is you can come to India only before 30 days of your classes. But I already have a valid B2 visa. So is it advisable since I have to finish a lot of, my husband is already in the US, so I need to go before like the 30-day gap. So can I go on a B2 and later exit and then enter again on a F1 visa, or that is not advisable?
You can. I just talked with somebody. I had a consultation with somebody who had an H4 and an F1 approved, F1 visa stamp. But he showed up too early. They let him enter on H4. Now he's going to go out and come back on F1. So that's certainly possible. Okay.
Okay, sir. So the go out has to be like I need to come back to India, or I can go to Mexico, Canada or something like that and re-enter?
Yeah, you can go to Mexico. For Canada, you'll need the visa for Canada. That takes about a month. So you can also go to Canada if you have a Canadian visa. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to go to India. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, ma'am. Okay, there's somebody else with their hand up. I think it's California. California, I can hear you. Just follow-up questions on what I discussed. Go ahead. California, 480. No, sorry, it's Arizona, not California.
Okay. Hi, this is Arjun, and my question is that I am on right now F1 visa in my second year of graduation school.
Okay.
And I have basically, I got picked up in lottery H1B,
Okay.
and I'm planning to drop it off. So does this affect my chance in next H1B, and how I can continue on my F1 visa for the job?
Okay. So first of all, if you don't want to take advantage of the lottery, you can certainly drop it, and it has zero impact on future lotteries. Okay. But if you have any way of keeping this lottery, that would be great for you. So one of the ways you can do that is, if you're not ready to take on the H1B right now, your employer can apply for your H1B and they can apply it consular processing. That means I've got my H1B, but I haven't activated it. I can activate it by getting a visa and coming back in. So you can try doing that. That way, you get the best of the two worlds. You've got your H1B approved, but not triggered yet. So you are still on student status. Okay.
So I have a follow-up question on this.
Mm-hmm.
So how long I can continue on F1 without activating my H1B?
Well, there is no limit. There is no limit to it. Okay. But the H1B job has to be real. So, for example, if you are working for, let's say, Amazon, okay, and you are working with them on OPT, they got your H1B, you got it approved, but you still want to exhaust your OPT time, and you continue to work with the same employer who offered you the H1B. I think that's perfectly reasonable. I don't see any problem with that. But if there is another employer who just made you a job offer without having a specific project for you, and they try to preserve your H1B, that won't work. That would be a problem. So if it's a real job and you're already working on it, I think you could delay it for a year or 2 years even.
Okay, so in my case, basically, I have a company who does not have a project, but they have filed H1B for me, and now I'm looking to get it transferred before stamping. Is that doable?
I don't know the answer to that question. I have to review the paperwork, see what kind of job they offered you. Because, you see, offering a job without a specific project itself is illegal. A company should not be offering a job unless they have a project. Government actually prosecutes them as criminal offenses. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, be mindful. I only want follow-up questions. Don't ask just any random questions just because they have the same visa status. Just ask me follow-up questions on what I've discussed. Keep your new questions till the end. Next question is impact of new presidency on H1B layoffs, visa status, job search, and legal concerns. Once the new president comes in, will it cause denial of B1, B2 for job search? It can, because Trump administration can change their policies anytime they want. And this was more of a policy decision than a decision of regulations or statutes. Can we go and stay in Canada with valid I-797? No, Canada has its own rules. So Canada will require a Canadian visa. Can employee pay lawyer fees and other expenses for PERM-based green card? Absolutely not. The employer has to pay for all the expenses involved in the labor certification part for the PERM. I-140, 485, the employee can pay, okay, but not the labor certification part. Is it okay if consultancy company is doing H1B for their internal project? Watch out for this. This is the biggest red flag there is. Internal project. Many of these projects are really not, they're not sustainable. You can't make things up. So whenever you say I have an internal project, 9 times out of 10, USCIS will send an RFE saying, you are a consulting company. What kind of project do you have? Give us the details of the project. Give us a market study. Give us the stage of completion. Give us the man hours you think are still left. Tell us how many other people are working on the project. If you have high-level system design, show us the system design. So they can get into all these detailed issues. Don't just make stuff up. And internal projects from a consultancy company is a red flag in my opinion. If an H1B transfer is denied, can we file B1, B2 immediately? Probably not. You may have to leave the US if you are in between statuses. Because if your H1B transfer is denied, that means you probably have already gone through the 60 days grace period from before. But if it is approved and then declined, for some reason you can't join, then you have 60-day grace period again. So there's a difference between getting approved and then not being able to join and never getting approved. In getting approved, you'll have another 60-day grace period. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question on this, press star 5. Next question, STEM OPT and international travel. I'm currently on F1 STEM OPT first year. Can I travel to India to visit family, or should I avoid international travel? If you have been maintaining status and you have proof of that, get your I-20 endorsed for international travel from your DSO. You should be reasonably safe in traveling. I have a mind map drawn for this. You can find it on my LinkedIn page as well. And it's on my my blog as well. Maybe a little bit difficult to find. Just run a search from our immigration.com website. Just search travel. And you will see that there is a bunch of entries for different components of our website. Blog, news, articles. So just go to the blog and look at the entries there. So run a search on travel, and then in the facets look for blog, and go for blog and just look there. You'll be able to find the article. Somebody from area code 267, which is Pennsylvania, has their hand up. Pennsylvania, do you have a follow-up question? Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Rajiv ji. I'm on H1B visa currently, and my wife is in India. I want to bring her to the US.
I'm gonna have to ask you to. This has nothing to do with what I discussed. Please wait till the end, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only going to take follow-up questions on what I discussed. Don't ask me unrelated questions, please. Resigning from H1B job for extended travel to India, re-entry visa stamping and status. I'm currently working in the US on an H1B visa. What if I am gone for an extended period of time, approximately 6 months? They're not going to give me unpaid leave, so I'll resign. Would I be able to return to the US after finding a new job? No, but after finding a new job and after doing an H1B transfer and getting an H1B visa, you'll be able to come back. Sure. You won't be subject to the lottery. My current H1B is valid for a couple of more years. Would I need a new visa stamp? No. If you already have a visa stamp and it's unexpired, you will just need an H1B transfer approval from the USCIS. So with the new transfer and the old visa, you can travel. Is it possible to recapture the time outside USA? Absolutely. Can I apply for B1, B2 from India while my H1B is still valid? Technically, before they even consider your B1, B2, they should cancel your H1B. So I would be careful. I would rather not do that. Okay. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question for me. Star 5. Okay. This is our neighborhood, Virginia. Virginia, go ahead. Follow-up question.
I didn't pose this question, but I have a follow-up because it's related. So you had mentioned that, you can't have two visas and one will be cancelled, sir. Is that true even for a H1 and a H4?
Technically, they should, but I am really surprised. Government never seems to do that. Only time I've seen a cancellation is probably once in the last 5-10 years. They seem to just let them stand. So as a practical matter, they may not do it. Theoretically, at least, that's what they are supposed to do. Okay.
So cancellation isn't just a visa, right? If I
No, they put a stamp on it, or they put a line through it, cancelled without prejudice, CWOP.
Okay, so with that, should I have to answer, has your visa ever been cancelled or refused in the DS-160 in the future?
I would say yes, but I would say cancelled without prejudice.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
That's not a big deal. Okay. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yep. So, next question, Priya. H1B visa interview preparation, overcoming career gaps, employment breaks, and previous B2 denial. Graduated in 2009 with electronics and communication engineering. My career had some gaps due to health reasons. I'm on a career break for similar reasons right now. Okay, I'm preparing for an upcoming visa interview. I also previously applied for B2 to attend my own brother's graduation. This was denied under 214B. Will my current career break and lack of employment in India impact my H1B? No, it should not. It can. B2 it's a very delicate visa. B2 can be denied for a million reasons. H1B, not so much. Career gaps, you can explain if you had health issues. I would even bring some documents such as hospital bills or medical bills, etc. to show. But definitely the best way to address is to have the documentation even if they don't ask for it. Okay. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question. Star 5. Okay. Next question is, I think it's the same one. No, it's a different question. Somebody raised their hand. Area code 713. Houston, Texas. Okay. Texas, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I have a follow-up question for the health reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you provide a documentation for health reasons, but in the DS-160 we do not mention any of the health reasons, would that be a conflict?
So, the only health reasons that the government wants to know proactively are the ones that they ask about. So if there is something like a communicable disease like AIDS, or there is a disease that can cause harm to the US persons or property, such as schizophrenia. They can ask for those kind of things. What you are doing is you are actually providing it as an explanation for a career gap. It is not the same thing as disease being a detriment to entering the US. So not every disease is a detriment to enter the US. Only communicable diseases and diseases of public health and safety. Okay?
Okay. If at all, if there are any alternative medications that are being taken, would that still be considered as a documentation proof?
Yeah, if you have, I don't know exactly what we are talking about, but if there is a gap in the career and you have evidence of medical bills, etc., you can bring that. Even a letter from the doctor. But letters from doctors probably have less of a probative value than actual bills from hospitals, any surgical procedures, and medicines, etc., that you paid for. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck. All right. So then we come to the next question, which is, I thought it was the same person, but no, it's a different person. Career breaks and unemployment on H1B visa, impact on H1B stamping. Is it possible to take an unpaid leave of absence on H1B? Absolutely. Does unemployment time spent in home country count in 6 years of H1B? No. Outside the US, you can recapture that time. Will gap in employment make issues in getting visa stamp? Well, that depends. So, like the previous person, they were taking a gap, but they were resigning from their job. And then they were going to get a transfer and come back. This is perfectly okay. But if you try to come back for the same employer after 7 months, there has to be an explanation. How can the employer be without you for 6-7 months? And, what is the reason you've taken a break? They can ask that question, right? Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. All right. Next question. This is number 10. EAD extension eligibility and green card prospects post-divorce for H1B holders. I'm currently using my H1B, but I also got travel card EAD form from my spouse. Married for 18 years, in USA for 12 to 13, awaiting green card. I had to divorce him this year. In the meantime, my EAD got expired. I've asked my ex to inform his immigration, which he did by forwarding the divorce decree. Am I eligible for EAD extension or has it become void? So if you were depending upon his 485 for your EAD or his H1 for your EAD, that's gone. But you have your own H1B, right? Is my green card a possibility via the ex's immigration? No, not after you are divorced. That can't be done. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. All right. Question number 11. Adoption and immigration, bringing an adopted child to the US on EAD and AP. We were married since 19 years. We are planning to adopt a child. Okay. So the definition of child, the way I understand it, last time I did an adoption case was a good 20 years ago. We have, our focus is very heavy on employment and business-based immigration. If we normally have time, we'll take other kinds of cases, but normally we are just focused on these things. But from what I remember, the way this works is when you are a US citizen, the rules are different. When you are an immigrant or a non-immigrant, the rules are different. So for an immigrant or a non-immigrant, if you've had 2-year custody of the child, you can bring them in as a child on H4. Okay? So if you have a physical custody of the child for 2 years, this definition has recently been elaborated by the USCIS, I think just last week. I didn't read through it because I'm not interested in that area of the law very much. I am so busy with existing H1B L1 type cases, EB5s, EB1As, NIWs. We just don't have time to keep up with everything. But I know that there is a new definition of adoption and custody. Review the USCIS policy manual. That's how it is done. Adoption, physical custody for 2 years. Sometimes if the child is 4 or 5 years old or 6 years old, they could even go to school on F1 while you adopt them. Okay? And that's a part of your physical custody. So that's what I would look into. Press star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Next question, number 12. F1 visa status complexity, SEVIS termination, unintentional overstay, and immigration readmission strategies under 212A9. I don't know what 212A9 is. Send me a greeting, huge admirer. I went to the US for bachelor's in 2014. Maintained good GPA, serious family issues. Impacted my academic performance. I got a D in a course. In fall 2018, I took a 3-month CPT with a reduced course load. Left my job. Oh, this is a long story, dude. At that time, I was unaware of status adjustment, so I did not apply. Left the US approximately 150 days after SEVIS completion. Okay. Completed my remaining course, graduated in summer 21 from my home country. So, the way the I-94 DS for students works is, unless immigration or an immigration court says, USCIS or an immigration court says you are now out of status, that's not considered to be unlawful presence. It's out of status though. Don't think it's not out of status. You will have a problem coming back on a student visa or a B1, B2, but you will have no problem on an H1, H4, L1, L2 type visa. You can try to answer the DS-160 question. You'll have to say, yes, I have been out of status, but you have not accrued any unlawful presence because your I-94 was DS. Yeah, I would apply for something like an H1, H4, L1, L2 type visa, employment-based visa if I were you. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question. Press star 5. Okay, there you are. Area code 404, which is Georgia. Yeah, Georgia, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. This is Nick. So basically, for one part of my question, you have already answered. Miss Suman has already answered it to me. I'm just wanted to know. So my fiance, I'm a student on F1, so that's why I think it's relevant. My fiance is an Afghan asylee. She already got her asylum approved a year back. She just filed for a green card a week before. And we were actually planning to get married next month. I'm still on my F1. I'll be graduating in May 2025. I wanted to know that would I be able to file right now, or if I stay until a green card situation gets fixated, will it impact, if I kind of overstay for a few months here and there until a green card gets approved and I file for my, as a co-applicant, will that affect us anyway?
Yeah, but you can't apply for. Remember one thing. First of all, I don't do any asylum cases, so you want to talk to the asylum lawyers. But from what I understand, if you are out of status for even 1 day, unless you're covered by some exception, you can't really apply for adjustment of status. You'll have to go to India for green card. Okay. So if you are staying here,
to do my master's.
If you are staying here illegally, you will not be able to convert within the US.
Okay.
Okay.
So she applied right now. So I was thinking that I just did my bachelor's. I'll be graduating with my bachelor's. So I was thinking I will do a 2 years master's. So in the meanwhile, she might get the green card. So as soon as if I'm able to file it within the time of my master's, and then I stay on, that's fine, right? If I stay on during the period of adjustment of status, that is fine, right?
When you file the adjustment, but spouses of immigrants may not be able to file for adjustment right away. There may be a waiting period there. So you have to maintain your status in the meantime.
Okay, so after she gets the green card, I might have to wait a little bit time as well.
Yeah, but also find out from their asylum lawyer, if you get married just before she gets her political asylum, will you also get your green card with her? In other words, can you file for adjustment with her? Check with them. I don't know the answer to that question. Okay?
We haven't got married yet.
Yeah, that's why you want to ask them. No? That's why you want to ask them that if I get married before she gets her green card, will I also get my green card with her? I don't know the answer.
Sure.
Okay.
Would you recommend any asylum lawyers by any chance? Like, we tried everyone. Like, no one's gonna like answer this.
Actually,
they say no, I don't know.
there is a lawyer that I talk with all the time. He's also in Georgia. You're in Georgia, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, let me see if I can find his name. His name is David. He's a French lawyer. David Lunel, I think. Let me check if I have his. Yeah, it's David Lunel. I just found his name. I googled him. Lunel is Lunel. Okay.
Okay. Sure, I will definitely
Yeah,
Google him. Thank you so much.
call David, because he and I had a discussion a year back, and he said, Rajiv, all I want to do is political asylums. I don't want to do any other law. So we deal with all their immigration cases other than political asylums. I have any political asylum question, I either call him, or I call Samuel McTire in Virginia, or I call Satnam Singh in Norfolk, Virginia. These are the three people I call.
But thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay, so yeah, we don't deal with asylum cases, but I have people who do it, so I call them up. So next question is number 13. We have two more questions, 13 and 14. 13 is potential Trump administration impact on NIW, EB2 and H1B. Will NIW's approval get easier or difficult? Probably difficult. EB2 priority date? Probably no change. H1B stamping from a third country? Probably will still exist. Next question. Oh, any follow-up questions? Press *5. Okay. Last posted question. H1B Employment Continuity, Consultancy, Payroll Strategies amid anticipated policy transformation. Right now, I'm on H1B employed on a consultancy company's payroll, looking for an end client project. If I don't find a project by the end of by January 2025, when are the new policies expected? I don't know. I have no idea what is going to happen. And you're asking me to tell you how to avoid issues without knowing what the issues are, right? So all I can tell you is all your conduct in the United States should be by the book. Whether Trump is there or somebody else doesn't really matter. It's better to be outside USA than break the law. Okay? *5 if you have a follow-up question. Okay. Anyone has any question, press *5. This is perfect balance. I actually like to finish the posted questions in half an hour and then devote the next half hour to new questions. So right now I have only 6 people with their 7 people with their hands, 8 people. Oh, I was hoping it's only 5 or 6. Okay, 8 people with their hands up. So I'll have to go in the 10 people. Wow, business is good today, huh? 11 people. Jeez. Okay. Let's start with. Well, I'm just gonna go in any order that I can see you online. So area code. Let's see. Show queue. Let's go to area code 906. 906. How can I help you?
Yes. Hi, Rajiv. Currently, I'm on my H1B grace period. And today is my 52nd day. I got an offer this Monday. My H1B grace period ends on Black Friday. The lawyers mentioned that they will be able to file within whatever remaining days are. My petition would be filed and I can start. But the company has given me a start date out of my 60-day grace period. Wanted to understand if that's okay. Would it put me out of status, or what other alternatives can I discuss with the company?
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking me. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, your H1B has to be filed within the 60-day grace period, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that has to be done. Now, what is your question?
Yes.
I'm kind of fuzzy on that question.
If the H1B is filed within 60 days, but the job start date is after the 60 days.
Oh, that's fine. That's normal.
Okay.
That's not a problem at all.
And Okay, that's good. And then the other question would be, because the LC might have been filed yesterday or day before yesterday, and only having 10 days left of the 60-day grace period, I don't know if this is a realistic timeline that the company would be able to get the H1B
Yeah,
sent out to
that's
the
not
USCIS.
something I can comment on. I mean, your lawyers know what they're doing. So I think it's unrealistic because it takes 7 days just to get the LCA. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So worst case, if the petition isn't filed even on the last day, I can put down my B2 application on the last day.
Yeah, you can. But discuss it with your lawyers what your best strategy is. I hate to, this is such a delicate issue because it has to be discussed with your lawyers. What do they want you to do? Not what I want you to do. Okay?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay, all right.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Rajiv.
Bye-bye. Area code 510. Go ahead, please. 510.
Hi, Rajiv sir. Just a follow-up on my previous question in the beginning of this call. So I'm a little confused. Right now, I got laid off on the H1B, and my 60-day grace period will end on Jan 8th. So basically, if I request for the H4 change of status and while staying here in the US, and if I find a job after like 90 days or 100 days, can I switch back to the H1, or did you say I still have to visit India and get my H1 stamped?
Well, is your B1, B2 still pending? That's the question.
It's not B1, B2. I have my wife who is also on H1, and I'm planning to request for the H4.
Yeah, so look, I won't have time to explain the intricacies of what happens. Bottom line is this. If the next status is already approved, when your H1B is approved, you will get it within the USA. If the next status that you requested, for example H4, is still pending, you'll have to go outside USA. Okay?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So pending means nothing.
It
Pending does not give you any status.
Okay. But while it is pending, can I still get my H1 transferred to
Sure.
the new employer?
Absolutely. But you can't trigger it within.
I can start working.
Yeah, you can't start working until you get it stamped or come back with a stamp. All right.
Oh, okay. And my old H1 that is stamped until 25, it's not valid anymore?
No, the stamp is valid. In your case, you'll get the new approval. You'll travel outside and come right back using the old stamp and the new approval.
I see. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Area code 469. Go ahead, please. Texas.
Hello, sir. Sir, I have. Yes, sir. I have just one question, sir. I have admit already from University A, but I'm more interested for University B, which has already confirmed me in my interview that they will be giving me an admit, but it will take 15. So can I start with my I-20 with University A for my visa work, and when I go for my visa thing, can I use the admit of University B? Does it create any confusion if you have two active I-20?
You can't have two active I-20s. You can't. I don't know how that is going to work. Because I'm trying to think, is it even possible to have two active I-20s? I doubt it. I'm trying to remember what the rules are. Don't remember. You may have to check with your transferring school whether you can have two active I-20s. I doubt it. Why would you want two active I-20s? I don't understand.
So actually, I don't want two active I-20s, but the thing is that although I'm more interested for University B, but and towards the end of the interview, they did confirm me that they would be giving me an admit, but it will take 15 days. If I wait for 15 days for to get the I-20 and then start my visa work, I don't think I'll be able to.
Okay, hold on. Do you have an F1 visa stamp on your passport already?
No, sir. I will be. I need the I-20 for the F1 stamping.
Right, because what happens is when you go for the F1 stamping, that is the choice you have made. So that is the only, you can have multiple I-20s, but once you get the visa, that is the I-20 you have to enter with.
Right, sir.
Okay.
So I can start my work with the I-20 of University A, but
start my
I will
work?
finally,
What do you mean start my work? I'm confused. What does that mean, start my work?
So that means that because I need to fill in the DS-160 and there are like other compliances for getting a visa interview, I don't want to wait till 15 days till I get a admit from the other university. So I was wondering if I could start it with the admit of University A and not wait till 15 days till I
So
get
your
the
question
actual,
is, can I amend my, that is the question. Can I amend my DS-160 after I have filed it? That's the real question.
Right, sir.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, there is a frequently asked question on the US State Department website. Just do a Google search on frequently asked questions DS-160. Okay.
Okay, sir.
They give you what you can and cannot do to amend your DS-160. I have never had this situation happen before. I just try to avoid them because it just creates a too much room for confusion. So I would just go ahead and check that frequently asked questions, see what they say, talk with your DSO as well, the school that you want to go to. Okay, talk to them and say, what should I do? What do you recommend? Because they deal with these issues day in, day out. I am not aware of any way to do this gracefully without making the choice when you file for the DS-160. Okay?
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay. Next question, area code 480, Arizona. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Thank you for your time and this guidance. So my question is, currently I am on F2 and my husband is on H1B.
Okay.
So next year I'm planning to pursue MBA, like master's.
Can you hold on 1 second, ma'am? Ma'am, can I back you up?
Yeah.
You said currently I'm on
Yes,
F2.
sure.
Did you say you're on F as in Frank?
Yeah, I'm on F2. So
how can you, hold on. How can you be on F2 when your husband is on H1B?
Okay, so let me tell the exact story. So he was an F1, like previously he was an F1 and I was an F2.
Okay.
But now he got picked up H1B this year. So he will be on H1B after getting stamp and all those process. And I will be on H4 eventually. But
okay, so hold on. Ma'am, one
situation?
second. This story has too many holes.
Yeah.
So is your husband applying for H1B consular processing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So now that we understand what the situation is, F2, he's on F1, you're on F2. Eventually he'll be on H1B,
yes,
you'll be on H4. All right. So what is the question?
H4. So next year I'm planning to pursue masters.
Okay.
And I am confused which pathway I should take. Like I should take F1 pathway for my student, like my education, or I should take H4 pathway.
F1.
To enhance the green card. F1, sir?
F1 probably. Okay. Let me think about this. See, because I don't know what Trump is going to do to H4 EADs. Yeah, I would go with F1 right now. I would go with F1.
Okay.
Maybe slightly
Thank
better.
You.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. Another thing I like about F1 is that once you have the visa, you can travel freely in and out without depending upon your husband's H1B. Okay, let's go to Austin, Texas, area code 512. 512, go ahead, please.
Hello, so this is a follow-up question to last week. So I was about to get an offer. So I was laid off in January starting this year, and my H1B was revoked by my employer, but I didn't find any change of status to B1 and B2. And I was about to get an offer last week, but I couldn't, they revoked the offer too. So should I continue to stay in US and search, or go back to India and keep searching from there?
Okay, I Hold on 1 second. Let's just try to understand this situation. You were on H1B. You got laid off. Are you in the 60-day grace period right now?
No, it's done.
So you are staying illegally in the United States.
Yeah.
How long?
2-3 months.
Get out of here as quickly as possible. Okay, good luck. Yeah, apply for H1s from India while you are there and then come back with an H1B. Okay.
Would it be a problem?
No, 2-3 months that you overstayed is not going to be a problem. But the moment you hit the 6th month, 180-day mark, you will not be able to come back for 3 years. Okay, and that 180 days will begin after the 60-day grace period, or the date your I-94 expires, whichever one is earlier.
My I-94 is valid till 2026.
That doesn't help you. That you still have to go by the 60-day grace period. Okay. So, yeah, that's the way. Because what happens is the employers are asked to revoke the H1B once they lay you off. So don't just hang around here. There's no point in that. You should have filed a B1, B2. But that time is gone now. Better to be outside USA. That is my opinion. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. Yeah, and this is not going to hurt your H1B future chances. Just don't lie about it. If they ask you, have you stayed in the US without status unlawfully? The answer is yes. Okay, but that does not stop you from getting a visa. Let's go to Arizona. I have a lot of people from Arizona. Area code 480. Go ahead, please.
Sir, one more question.
Oh, the same person. Okay. All right.
I'm so sorry, sir. This is for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So here they coming on business B2 visa, on tourist visa.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what is correct and what is wrong. That is why I'm asking you. So he'll be coming on tourist visa for my husband's graduation. Can he transfer his business visa to F1 visa next year? Like, do we have last few years back there was something like, if you are coming on tourist visa, you can transfer your status to tourist visa, like F1
yeah,
visa. But now I don't.
I heartily dislike that option. Heartily dislike it, because that can, if the government wants to make a big deal of it, there's no limit to how much of a problem they can create for you. Because see, if you enter the US telling a lie, for example, if they ask you at the airport, why are you coming? And you say, I'm coming for tourism. And either they find out from your phone or from your documentation that you're actually coming to go to school, they can bar you from entering the US forever. That's my problem. I mean, people can change their minds once they come here. But if you enter with a preconceived intention like that, I think it's a very bad idea. Okay? I don't recommend it.
Got you.
Good luck.
Sure. Got you. Thank you.
Guys, please don't keep raising your hand, the same people over and over again. Okay? Ask your question and just then retire for the day. Because I can't do, there's still like 10 people still waiting. I don't understand this. So, and some of you are repeat questioners, I can see that. Ask your questions all in one go. Area code 352, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. So, my I-797 for H1B petition was approved on 15th November. And before this, I was on F1 STEM OPT. And I have worked with my current employer until 30th September this year. And also right now I have a job offer from another company. So my question is, do I need to start working immediately with my current employer? Or can I wait for my H1B transfer approval or receipt and directly join my next employer?
When was the first time your H1B lottery was approved, approximately?
So my H1B lottery was picked in April this year.
Okay.
And
So hold on. Okay. So, have you ever received a pay stub after getting the H1B approval from your H1B sponsoring employer?
No. So like.
The answer is,
yeah.
it is safest to actually join the employer who sponsored the H1B for as many pay stubs as you can. Actually work with them.
Okay.
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 That's the answer.
Yeah, and one small follow-up question, sir. Like, so if I still go ahead and decide to do go ahead with the transfer process, what questions USCIS can raise without me having any pay stubs for the H1B employment?
Yeah, I think I can guess that the case will probably go through, but with the coming Trump administration, I don't know what the policies are going to be. People who have never joined the sponsoring employer may be subject to lottery revocation, although they shouldn't do it retroactively, maybe only going forward. But it's not something I would like to be involved with. I would rather join. So answer, best case scenario, join the employer. You can't join it, hope for the best. It should work out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and if I join and just have like one small, like 1 month pay stub, will that still work
Yeah, it's
out?
better. It's better than not having any. Sure.
Yeah. Sounds good, Rajiv, sir. Right. Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Yeah.
Good luck, sir. Next one is area code 970. 970. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. I just have a quick question with my... had to move to Canada because my H1B lottery wasn't picked until 2022. And I'm currently with the same employer, and my lottery was picked up last year in 2023.
Okay.
And they told me that they'll pick the transfer this year. But unfortunately, due to the circumstances, I was laid off.
Okay.
You have an approved H1B and I-140, but I wanted to ask you if I would be subject to lottery again because they would be withdrawing the petition after the last day of employment.
You never came back to, after winning the lottery, you never came back to USA.
Yeah.
You stayed in Canada.
Correct, yeah. I was waiting on their transfer, but that did not happen.
So here is the theoretical situation. Theoretically, the government can raise an objection that you've never really triggered your H1B and you stayed outside. But a couple of things that are different from other cases with you is this, that you are working with the same employer even though you are outside US. So you had every intention to join them and then you got laid off. So I think your H1B will be transferable to another employer. And I think of all the people who have difficulties in these situations, your case is the strongest because you actually were working with the same employer and had every intention to join him. So you could try for a transfer of that H1B, okay?
Okay, so because I know that the 60-day grace...
There's no 60-day grace period if you're outside the US, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So I could just get the transfer and I won't be subject to the lottery again, right?
I don't think so. Another thing you can do is, just to be safe, keep applying for the lottery every year anyway. See if you get selected again. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Area code 267. Go ahead, please. Area code 267.
Rajiv ji, I'm on H1B visa currently, and my wife is in India. So I'm planning to bring her to the US. So there are two options. Either I can bring her on H4 or F1. So what is the recommended route to bring her to the US?
I like getting an F1 out of the way if I can, because then she stays independent of you. Having an H4, the advantage is H4 EAD would be great. But, I mean, new administration...
So the idea is that she wants to work in the US, but I do not have I-140 approved yet.
So
that's why I was considering...
Yeah, how soon do you think it will be approved?
I don't know. I haven't filed yet. My company hasn't filed
Yeah,
yet.
then it's a
So
couple
maybe
of
like 2
years
years,
away
I
at
think.
least. So I would just bring her on F1 if you can. If the F1 is denied, then do an
So-
H4.
Okay, so the other problem is like she already has double masters and this will be a third master's. So would it be an issue under Trump administration or?
I don't know the answer to that question. I think if she's a genuine student and there's a track record of being a genuine student, I think I have 2 master's degrees. So what?
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. Good luck. Next is New Jersey 609. Go ahead, please, 609. I can hear you.
Hello, Rajiv ji. Thank you for taking my question.
Certainly.
So I received my employment-based green card in the category of EB3 in February 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I still have been working with the same employer. I got the green card through. So I'm thinking to change my job. So I just want to know, is there any limitation? Like, should I have to stay, like, find a kind of same technology stack employer, or can I go to any job?
No. So you got your green card approved in which month, which year?
This year in February.
So February through November.
Around
You can do anything you want. You can start, I don't know. If you want, you can start a McDonald's franchise. No problem.
Okay. So I just want to learn about my limitations. So I don't have any limitation. I can go like do business or whatever I want.
Yes, you can do any business.
Take out from the job.
You can.
I still can be in the US.
You can start farming if you like. You can decide not to work and just live off your investments. Totally up to you. Whatever you want to do. You are now a free bird. Okay.
All right. That's why I wanted to know, like, do you still have any limitations?
No limitations. Only thing, you can do everything a citizen can do. You just can't run for office or vote. Certain offices. Okay.
I'm sorry. Could you say the last one?
I said you just can't run for certain government offices and you can't vote. Other than that, you can do anything you want.
All right. Got it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Area code 720, is that Colorado? 720?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So I had a H1B transition like recently on October 1st, and then I lost my job on October 3rd, and I didn't really have any pay steps by that time. So I was on the H1B grace period, and I recently received an offer. But the company said that they would start the start date is for Jan 5th, which is about a month after my grace period. My grace period ends on December 3rd. So is it a good idea to just put myself on a B2 and then, I add supporting documents that I have an offer letter?
I certainly think so. Please discuss it with your lawyers and tell them I'm concerned about this 30-day gap because the government can deny me status. They can say, okay, here's your H1B, go get a visa stamp and come back. Why get through all this?
Yeah.
Is it okay with you if I file a B1, B2? And then we can premium the H1B and they'll premium the B1, B2 as well.
Okay, so should I talk to my employer who is given me the offer letter to
talk to
their immigration team?
I would let them file the B1, B2 and then talk to their lawyers. I would let them file the H1B and then talk to the lawyers.
Okay. All right.
That's
Makes
what,
sense.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
That's
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, area code 704. I don't know where this is from. North Carolina. Go ahead, North Carolina.
Yes. Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, sir, I'm currently employed full-time with Company A under H1B visa. And I'm planning to complete the H1B stamping process via Dropbox in India in December. So, separately, I was offered a position with Company B, which filed a concurrent H1B on my behalf.
Okay.
However, this petition has been pending approval for almost a year now, and I haven't worked for company B, nor I have received any compensation or engaged in any transactions with them. So recently I learned that there's a legal audit involving in company B and its vendor is ongoing due to a dispute between them.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, is it safe for me to travel outside the US and proceed with the H1B stamping based on the petition filed by company A, which I have filled in the DS-160 form, and come back to US for work?
So, okay, confusion here. Is your concurrent H1B still pending or approved?
It's still pending, sir.
Okay. So, let's call the pending case B. You have a case A already approved, right?
Yes, and I have been working with company A on H1B for over a year now.
Okay, so when you go for visa stamping, you should get visa stamping for A, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now when you come back, the concurrent H1B would still be pending, but can you start working for them? Sure. Once that is approved, you can.
Yeah, so my question is, so I'm going for H1B Dropbox stamping in India in December for company A, which holds my H1B and which I'm actually working for over a year, and I'm getting compensated from company A. So I recently learned that there's some legal audit going on with company B and some of its vendor due to some dispute between them. So since there's a dispute and legal audit going on.
But hold on one
second,
second, sir. I don't know what the word legal audit means. So if it's an audit by a government agency, that's a different situation. If they are doing their own audit, or if they are involved in a civil dispute with a private party, that is zero impact on immigration.
Okay.
So you need more information.
So looks like the company B employee, like who's working, some candidate working with company B, didn't show up with the client, and some issue is going between the client and the company B, and they filed some case on company B.
So hold on. I don't need all these details because this is a private dispute. If it is a private dispute between two companies, it has nothing to do with immigration.
Okay, so it doesn't trigger any flags for my...
Yeah, because if you have told me there is a dispute between two companies and they are suing each other in court, that has nothing to do with the government, does it? Right?
Okay, yes.
So,
yep.
Good luck.
So, that was only my question, so thank you so much for clarifying.
You're welcome. Guys, I have to run. I'm a little bit late. Last question from Virginia. Make it quick, guys. Let's go for it. Virginia?
I'm sorry, sir, again, I just had a question after you spoke about two visas. So because I'm currently, my wife is on H1 221G and applying for H4. So there's this question called present work status on H4, where they give an option of present employer or homemaker unemployed. So my question is, technically she's employed because her H1 is under 221G. She's continuing to be employed.
No, she's not employed.
But I wonder...
No, she's not employed because 221G is a denial. It says your visa is denied until it is approved. So
refused, right?
Yeah. So it's what it says is, look at the 221G notice. It says your visa is denied and it's under administrative processing. So the idea is the basic decision is a denial already.
Achha, okay.
So it's not pending anymore.
So I was wondering, but how does she prove, if she marks as a homemaker when she's applying for H4, she has to give an end date to the current employer. So I was wondering, should I mark it as homemaker unemployed or should I keep the current employer details because she's not getting any payrolls because she's outside
No, I don't
India,
think
but
she has a
wants to
current
work
employer. I think the most accurate thing is I can't help you fill forms without signing the forms. But the most accurate answer to the question, are you currently employed or are you a homemaker who's unemployed? And the answer is I'm a homemaker who's unemployed. That is the more accurate. Sir, that's what I think is
the contradict the...
No, I think that is the right answer. Okay.
Okay.
A contradiction this is a contradiction inherent in the system. It's not our fault that they have these linear questions that can't be answered. These are not fuzzy questions. It's either a yes or a no, right? That's the problem.
But how do I give the end date then to the current employer? Because the H1 is currently under.
Obviously, that's a nonsense question. It doesn't mean anything in the context.
Okay. And would the closing and starting mean I'm withdrawing the H1, or if I apply for a H4, or do I have to manually write an email to the embassy to withdraw it?
No, isn't your case already sent for revocation? Are you that guy?
Yeah.
So there's nothing left to withdraw. That case is already sent for revocation.
So I can close and start the H4, but you recommend that I keep unemployed because...
Yeah, because she's not employed right now. Exactly.
As in, she's not on the payroll, but the employer is still employer.
Sir, she's not employed. Her visa was never improved.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right, folks, I've got to run. I'm getting a little late. 5 minutes late. I don't like doing that. Good talking to everyone. I'll see you again next Thursday. We went a little bit over time, but hopefully we'll do better next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.